Innsbruck, a town of around 130,000, is located in southwest Austria. It's known as the skiing capital of Austria. You can see the ski jump in the back of me in the photo, which was used in the Olympics in 1964 and 76. We traveled there via train from Vienna and arrived there in the afternoon. Hey, if you like this video, please do like and subscribe. Thank you. The town of Innsbruck was on a major trade route between Germany and Venice next to the River Inn. The River Inn was very difficult to cross, and so a bridge was built in the 12th century. And the name Innsbruck comes from the River Inn and also the word Brücke, which is the German word which means bridge. This building of the bridge was the only bridge of its kind across the Inn River for a long time, which is what made Innsbruck the Tyrolean capital within Austria. Walking towards the city center, we came across the Triumphorte Gate. This gate was built in the mid 1700s by then monarch Maria Theresa, who was the monarch of the Austro Hungarian Empire. And she had this made to celebrate the wedding of her son Francis Stephen to the Spanish Princess Maria Luisa. Walking further towards the city center past the Triumphorte Gate, we come to the Maria Theresa Street. This is the heavily touristy area, and we stopped at this location where you can see the St. Anne's Column. This was intended to be a meeting place for the residents in the area, and you can see the views of the mountains behind, just beautiful views throughout our walk towards further towards the city center, where we ended up at the Golden Dachle, which is the Golden Roof. The Golden Roof, otherwise called the Golden Dachl, is the star attraction of Innsbruck. The balcony itself was built in the 1500s for Emperor Maximilian I to witness the festivals and knights jousting below. And upon his wedding to Bianca Maria Sforza, they decorated the balcony with a roof with several, over 2,000 golden tiles. They were actually copper tiles coated with gold. This location is very popular with tourists. It was also the location of a song from a Hindi movie called Tiger Zinda Hai. Having seen the movie, I was quite interested in seeing this location.
This is the area of the Golden Roof Palace in Innsbruck. It's the evening and you can see it's quite packed. And there is some entertainment there too.
Innsbruck is surrounded by the eastern part of the Alps mountain range. They make it easy to travel to the top of a mountain via three sets of cable cars. They call them the Nordkite cable cars. The level one takes you to Hungerberg. Level two is Seegruben, which is in the 7,000 feet range. And then the peak is Hafaleker, which is about 7,600 feet when you finally get to the top. We took that trip up via the cable cars. The views were just majestic. As you can see, the view of the Innsbruck is obviously nicer, but the back end is what you see is the Alps mountain range, and further behind is Italy. In fact, Italy is not that far from Innsbruck distance-wise.
Of the mountain we just climbed. 7,500 feet. Looking down at Innsbruck. It's a view from Haltekar, looking at the other side of the mountain.
वादियाँ मेरा दामन रास्ते मेरी बाहें जाओ मेरे सिवा तुम कहाँ जाओगी वादियाँ मेरा दामन.
On the way down from the mountain, we stopped at level two, which is Seegruben, at a restaurant called the Cloud Restaurant. And what is remarkable about the restaurant, besides the beautiful views that one can see of Innsbruck, is that we found a chicken Wiener Schnitzel. This is something we've been looking for in Austria. There are pork Wiener Schnitzels, obviously, and beef, but not chicken until we got to this restaurant. So that's what made it special. And then when we got down from the mountain, we wandered the streets of Innsbruck and ended up at Cafe Munding, which is the oldest bakery pastry shop there is in Innsbruck, and had a cup of coffee there and pastries, of course. One of the lesser known attractions for Innsbruck is that it's home to the Swarovski crystal business empire. Not too far from Innsbruck, within a 20-minute drive, is the Swarovski Crystal Worlds Museum. In it, it has a large interior museum, which is wonderful to see. It is filled with artsy exhibits using the Swarovski crystals, which are otherwise known as artificial diamonds. They are spectacular, they are clear. Some of the exhibits include the largest diamond or artificial crystal that they have created. They also have a Taj Mahal with the crystals. They have a wall with crystals that looks like easily a million crystals would be used to have created the wall. Also inside are several chambers with various crystal displays. The ones that we were in awe with was the winter chamber, where they showed like a snow type of effect amongst the trees at very cold temperatures to create that winter chamber. The other next one I remember enjoying is the light show. So they have this chamber which has a lot of lights, as crystals in it, and the lights are changing and it reflects and it just looks very, very beautiful. There are other exhibits outside the museum, but the ones inside are really worth seeing. We took the time to do that. The views outside, I would say, is more spectacular, the mountains and the greenery around. Absolutely worth a visit if you have the time. Innsbruck is a part of the Tyrolean region. So our last fun item that we attended was a dinner and dance show created and run by the Gundolf family at their location, where there was a large dinner setup followed by a dance theater where they brought out different kinds of musical instruments from the Tyrolean region. They had vocal singing, they had dances there, which was a very enjoyable experience.
Oh,